think of when you think of military? Combatives, soldierly, fighting, warrior of combat, suitable for war. What do you think? Let me give you a little comparison for your minds to start thinking. So tell me, if you're not allowed to drink and you're not allowed to buy tobacco or smoke it, but you also be doing that, and you're not allowed to rent a car, why are you allowed to work in the world's most massive, powerful, and destructive organization? Let me tell you a little bit about myself. As you can tell from the dog tags and the uniform I got on right now, I'm in the military. I'm 19 years old, and I've been in the military since I was 17. And I have moved four bases, military bases, across 4 different states. I have ranked up at least 3 times within that short amount of time, soon to be 4. So this is why I tell you, because I know a little bit, that people under the age of 21 should not be able to join the military. Specifically talking about the United States at the time. And I don't just say that because you can't drink and stuff like that. There's a deeper connection. There's many factors that contribute to them. And I'm going to get in as many as I can in this short video. These factors include mental and physical capabilities and blockers from youth. The mental capacity in youth are still at a growing stage. And our brains, they don't stop fully forming until the age of 25. And even though by law, it says that we're adults at 18, science says different. A quote from a website from NCBI, they state, in postnatal brain development, the maximum density of gray matter is reached first in the primary sensorimotor cortex, and the prefrontal cortex matures last. With our brains not being fully developed until people are at least 25, people who are under 21 who are exposed to substances are in great danger. A website by Army.mil states that heavy drinking rates in the military for persons 25 to 18 are 26% higher compared to 16% of civilians in the same age group. To continue with this, 1 in 4 active duty soldiers show signs of mental illness. This includes many things, and now that we have talked about substances and mental illness stand hand in hand. And as we know, not all of these results from genetics. Sometimes it comes from your surrounding environment. When substances are included into a teen's brain growth, it teaches the brain to lean on these substances. Note in the military that it's a tradition. From my standpoint of view, it's a tradition that we drink and we vape, and these aren't just substances from like heroin and drugs like that, but alcohol, tobacco, nicotine, all those, they stunt the growth. And what do teens do best? Peer pressure. And according to CDC, the brain scans between the ages of 12 and 20, the brain is growing tremendously. Teens are learning how to cope with stress, deal with anger, and manage their emotions still. Things such as PTSD, depression, and trauma brain injuries many soldiers deal with. And I have them all. 19. With such affecting factors, we must include that everyone knows that teens do not make the best decisions, as I have gone over. We, we don't. But it's not always intentional. It's has a scientific standpoint. According to government site NCBI, another site but the same site, subcortical brain area, especially the limbic system and the reward system, develop early. So there is an imbalance during adolescence between the more mature subcortex area and less mature prefrontal area. This may account for typical adolescent behavior patterns, including risk taking. Risk taking. Youths are prone to do ill-advised things, but again, the science is behind it. According to Rochester, another website, and recent research has found that adults and teens' brain works differently. What a surprise! It's not. But the difference is, in scientific standpoint, adults think with the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain that thinks rationally. That's something our youth, we lack. It's not fully developed yet. To simplify this all, people shouldn't be able to join the military until 21, which is a far stretch because we know our brains aren't fully developed to 25. So, with the factors in place, from underdevelopment minds to exposure to life-threatening events, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Personally asking you. The main reason for many people who join the military outside of I want to serve my country, people join for schooling, a way out of financial burden, bad neighborhoods, financial ways, and citizenship. But is it all worth your health, your youth, your sanity? No. Lastly, of course, 21 and under. If you do go online, this will be presented online. We do have a graph that shows you the development of the brain through multiple years. We're excited.